Why is that after all those years in school, college, and even guidance from our parents, so many of us still feel unprepared for real life? Think about it. We spend years in school, college, memorizing facts, taking exam after exam, and following every rule that they have set. But when it comes to things that really matter, like managing our money, taking big life decisions, and taking care of our mental health, we are often left to figure it out by our own. And here's the scary part: without these skills, we risk making mistakes that can cost us money, time, and a peace of mind. Most people don't even realize what they're missing until it's too late. Hello everyone, if you're new here, my name is Kach and welcome back to my channel. Even though I am still young, I've learned these lessons the hard way. I used to wonder, why didn't anyone teach me these skills sooner? Why did I have to learn them the hard way? But I don't want you to go through the same thing in your own life. So today I'm sharing 10 life skills that I wish I'd learned earlier in my life. These aren't just helpful skills. These are the skills that you need to succeed instead of just getting by. First one, embracing failure. Failure is something we all go through, but it feels very scary, right? We're often taught that failing is bad, like we're not good enough if we fail. Whether it's a job that we didn't get, or an exam we didn't pass, or a goal we have missed, society often labels us losers when we fail. But here's the truth: failure isn't the end. I have learned some of the best lessons from things that didn't work out or didn't go well at all. Every time I failed, I got a chance to try again, but with more knowledge. So don't be afraid of failing. See it as a way to learn and grow. Because if you're too afraid to fail, we risk missing out on what we could have achieved. Second tip, time management. Managing time is hard, right? And no one really teaches us of how to do it, but it impacts every single thing that we do in our lives. I used to struggle a lot with my work, YouTube, and taking care of my physical and mental health. Then I have realized that it's not about having more time, but using the time that we have wisely. Here's a single thing that helped me a lot. First, I started noticing where my time was going and cutting out all the distractions, like using my phone or sitting idle or doing nothing at all and just wasting my time. Then each day I'd make a simple to-do list of what I want to do and set aside specific time for what really mattered. This is what helped me a lot. And without knowing how to manage our time better, we will miss out on a lot of things that we truly want to do and feel constantly left behind. Third point, managing our money. Managing money is something most of us figure out on our own. No one really teaches us of how to do it better, but learning how to do it can make a really big difference. Don't worry, it's not that complicated. Even if you have a small budget, track what you're spending, save a little when you can, avoid debts, or pay it off on time. And also, another important step that everyone should take is medical insurance and life insurance. Trust me, it's a lifesaver. First, it ensures that your family is covered, and it gives you so much of peace of mind. Without learning how to manage your money better, you'll end up feeling more stressed and unable to plan your future. Fourth, managing our mental health. Most of us don't even realize how much we bottle up so many emotions every single day. We go through the day ignoring all the small issues and stresses and emotions, and one day we feel a lot overwhelming and don't even know why. It all just builds up so quietly. What's helped me the most is taking a couple of minutes each day and checking with myself of what actually am I feeling, naming it or actually writing it down, whether it's stress or happiness or even sadness. It gives me a clear picture of where am I actually at. I also make time things for things that I really enjoy, like cooking or watching TV at the end of the day, or exercising 3 times a week. Ignoring mental health is the worst thing that we can do to ourselves. So take small steps and stay balanced. Fifth one, communication. Good communication can make or break so many things: relationships, jobs, and friendships, and no matter what language you're speaking. One thing that I've learned most about communication is listening is as important as talking. What I do now is when I'm talking to someone, I try to listen to what they are saying instead of just planning my reply in my head. It's amazing how much better conversations go when both people feel heard. Without good communication, misunderstandings can ruin your relationships and also opportunities. So, start small, listen, and ask questions, and try to understand what the other person's point of view is. Sixth one, making decisions. Many people think about good decisions is all about facts and logic, but I've also learned that feelings and instincts can also matter too. I used to worry a lot about making choices. For example, when I thought about moving to a new city, I was scared. I thought of, what if I'm making the worst decision of my life? What if things go wrong from now? But I decided to trust my gut and gathered some information and focused on what really mattered to me and took that decision, and it worked out well for me. I'm not saying I'm perfect at decision making. I'm not. Some things worked really well for me and some things didn't work at all. But when I look back now, my life didn't end because of a bad decision. I learned and I moved forward. So if you're facing a tough choice, don't stress too much and trust yourself. Without clear decision making, we risk staying stuck and miss out on the life that we actually want. Seventh one, solving problems. Every day we face new problems no matter who we are and what we are doing. At first, we panic and feel very anxious, right? I used to have severe anxiety attacks whenever I face a new problem, but now I handle them differently. I learned this the hard way, but here's what I do now. When I have a problem now, I try to not panic and try to understand it better by writing it down. Then I try to remind myself that I can solve it and it's all in my control. Breaking a problem into smaller steps can make it feel less overwhelming. And I also tackle one part at a time. Without good problem solving skill, your life can turn into big misery because small issues can turn into major setbacks. Eighth one, thinking long term. Most of us don't really look at the bigger picture of our lives. We focus on our short term goals or we just go with the flow, right? When people used to ask me before, what's your plan for the next 1 year or 5 years? I used to say, I'll just go with the flow. I was very proud of that answer, but I learned that life doesn't really work that way. Once I started thinking long term, everything changed for me. Now I have a plan for my career and my goals. For instance, YouTube. I don't worry about getting immediate results for my YouTube channel. Instead, I focus on what I do today will pay off in the long run, and I don't feel bad when I'm not getting results right now. And it's easy to get caught up in the moment and worry a lot. But best things take time. Without a long-term vision, we risk looking back at our lives and think we missed out on a lot of progress. Ninth one, self-care. A lot of people think that self-care is all about pampering yourself in the salon or going for shopping. But real self-care is all about working on yourself and building habits that make you feel best inside and also out. For me, self-care is all about taking breaks, exercising, and getting enough sleep, and doing the things that make me feel better inside and also out. Start with small self-care habits like journaling, reading a book, going for a walk, or cooking something for yourself. Without taking care of ourselves, we risk burnout, which can drain us and hold us back from living a fulfilling life. 10th one, accepting reality. I see a lot of people struggle with tough situations like not getting a job or going through a breakup or missing out on a big goal. It's easy to get stuck and replaying what ifs in our minds. But accepting reality is the first step towards any change in your life. When we don't accept the reality, we feel frustrated and stay stuck for a really long time. One of the best lessons that I've really learned in my life is accept the things that I really can't control. I faced so many tough situations just like all of you, but until I accepted them, I couldn't move forward in my life for a really long time, and I wasted so many years. Acceptance doesn't mean we are giving up. It means that focusing on what I can change and letting go of what I can't change at all. I'm telling you again, when we don't accept the reality, we trap ourselves in the feeling of frustration and won't be able to make any progress in our lives. So there you have it, 10 life-changing skills that school don't teach us, but they can transform your life in unimaginable ways. It's never too late to start learning anything. So these skills will serve you well no matter what you're doing in your life. And thank you so much for joining me today, and subscribe my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.